Hi guys, welcome to another video. As you can see, I'm dressed as a vampire. It's because in this video I'm going to do top 10 favourite horror films, and I want to say a massive thank you to Bethany, one of my lovely subscribers, for giving me the idea to make this video. So Bethany, if you're watching, I hope you like this video. So let's get to this. Okay, basically in this video I'm going to start from number 10 and go all the way to number 1, and that would be my favourite horror movie. So let's get started with number 10. Number 10 is, I've got more written down here because I tend to forget, is Devil Within, and it's basically about a girl what gets possessed by the devil, and she gets like in bed, the devil like scratches her while she's asleep, and she gets injuries and she doesn't know how, but like when she wakes up she's not actually awake. She basically is sleepwalking and she don't know what she's doing, and she harms friends along the way, and it's a really good film but not the best film. So that's number 10 of my favourite horror. The next film is called Orphan. I really like this film, but it had to make in the 9 spots because it's good but it's not my favourite. It's basically about a family what goes to adopt a little girl from an orphanage, and it's family of a mum, dad and a little girl and a little boy, but the mum has a miscarriage, so she goes to adopt a little girl. But the little girl is not actually a little girl. She's an adult in a little girl's body, and she tries to fall in love with the dad, but he thinks it's really strange because he thinks she's a child. So she goes around killing everyone, and there's loads of like blood everywhere, and it's like pretty gory how she kills them. But it's a happy ending. Like some survive, some don't. I won't tell you who because you might want to watch the film. But you should definitely watch the film because it's just amazing. So that is the 9 spot. The next film is really gory, but I really liked it. I won't go into too much detail because if I do for everyone the video will be too long, but it's called Stitches. It's basically about a clown what goes to a kids party and they think he's really stupid, and he trips and he dies because they throw things at him and they basically kill him. And then when they grow up, the clown comes back to life, like kind of like a spirit, and he goes to their party. I think the main character is about 18, I'm not sure, but he goes around killing everyone who was at that kids party at the time, with friends. And then the main character falls in love with another girl from that party, and they try and kill the clown, and his name's called Stitches. I forgot his whole name, but it is proper gory. You should watch it if you like gore. If not, you shouldn't really watch it. But it is amazing film, so yeah, it's amazing. The next film is called Unfriended. It's basically about all on a computer screen, and it's it's all on Skype and YouTube. Basically everything we use today, and these people they get stalked by this like spirit of a dead girl what got bullied, and she I think she committed suicide. Can't really remember, but she did die, and she stalks them on Skype, and the little picture comes up and doesn't go away, and then she asks the people who are on Skype to play a game, and if they fail, they die. So yeah, if they fail the game, they die. It's really freaky because it's basically what we play now, like Skype, YouTube, Google. It's all about that, and Well, a pretty funny thing what happened after I actually watched the film, my actual Skype did the noise, you know, when Skype turns on, and it freaked me to death. I actually jumped out my skin, but it was hilarious because I actually just watched that film on my laptop and then Skype just turned on, and that just scared me, but it wasn't anything, but I got scared. But it's a really good movie, and it's like real life. And I gotta say this, but not many people survive in the actual film, and it does make you a bit tense and not want to play Skype for a while, but it's really good. Let Me In is next. It's a really amazing film. It's about a young boy who gets bullied a lot at school by these horrible boys, and then a little girl moves in to his village, and he's 12, and she's 12. But what he doesn't know is he's a vampire, and he was changed at 12, and obviously when you change at a certain age, you don't age. So it's so romantic because they fall in love, and then he finds out about her by when you cut your finger, he does that, and then before she does her finger to put it together, like blood brothers or blood sisters. I don't know what it is actually called, but she can't stand it, and you know the rest. What happens? Like she yeah, wants to eat him basically, but she doesn't actually hurt him, and she runs away, so she doesn't actually kill him. But then later in the film, they fall in love, and he gets bullied by these people in the swimming room, and they try and drown him, but it's really sweet because she saves him and then kills them because she doesn't want him to die, and because they're trying to drown him. I know that doesn't sound sweet, but I find it sweet how she tried to, how she saved him from getting dying by them idiot bullies. And then he looks up, and then they hug basically, and it's really cute even though she's covered in blood. So it's still in the horror, it's still to do with horror because it's really bloody, but it's romantic at the same time and about vampires. and and at the end she goes in this box because they're on a school trip and she can't go in the sunlight. And then how they communicate is when he's sitting on the chair on the bus, and they do this he does that to the box, and then she does it back, and that's how they communicate till they get back to the village. And then it ends there basically. It's just a really amazing film. I love it so much, and you should totally watch it if you're a vampire fan. I love vampires so much, so it's amazing. This next film is based on a true story. It's called The Possession. It's about a little girl what finds a box at a yard sale, and it possesses her, and the woman gets inside her stomach and makes her do things like she's just basically like a zombie, and she walks around all weird. And the woman tells her to kill her family, but she doesn't want to, so the woman actually possesses her fully. But before anything happens, the mum and the dad the mum and dad takes her to a priest, and he makes like a little ritual to get the devil out of her stomach. And then when he does it, the devil doesn't comes out of her but goes to the dad, and then eventually it gets out the devil gets out of the dad and then goes in the box. But it's actually based on a true story. I don't know if I believe in it now because it's kind of freaky, but she does a lot of weird things, like she makes this man's teeth fall out, like she just stares at him and all his teeth fall out, and it's proper gross. But I love The Possession so much. and I don't know how it's based on the true story. I did watch some YouTube videos about the box, and I would never go to a museum to see it. It's just freaky. But yeah, that deserves to be on my list today. This film is amazing. I got it for my birthday. If you've seen my birthday video, you might have seen the front cover of it, but it's called Poltergeist, and it's the new one. And if you haven't watched it, you should totally go and watch it because it's a really good horror movie. And it's like this little girl gets taken by these creatures from through the closet, and then they try and save her and go in and she if she goes in the light, she's basically dead. But it's all happy endings. But it's really good, and I can't go into too much detail because a lot happens in the film. But it is a family between a mum, dad, and the little girls who gets taken, and a little boy and the teenage daughter. And loads of things happen with the house. It's basically haunted, and these creatures want the little girl to bring them to the light. And if she goes in the light, she's basically dead. So they have to save her from a different universe. Like, they're in one part and she's in the other part, but she's still in the house, but she's in a different part. It's really confusing, but it is a really good film, and I love it so much. And yeah, it's amazing. So I keep saying amazing to everything, but it's just so good. And my uncle told me about it, and then I got it for my birthday, and I already watched it before my birthday, so I've watched it twice now. But I can watch it so many times because it's that good. So yeah, it's really good. You should totally go and watch it. Annabelle is next. Annabelle is just absolutely amazing, and I'll show you a picture of her now. So she's a really freaky doll, as you can tell, and it's based on a true story, and she's actually real, and this is what she looks like in real life. And she's in the museum. I don't know exactly where, but if you type her name, Annabelle the doll, into Google, you will learn more about her and what happened. But basically in the film, there's a woman and a man. She's pregnant, and the spirit was possessing Annabelle is trying to get the soul of the baby. So she haunts the family, and a demon tries to get the baby, but in the end, this woman gives the soul to the doll instead of it taking the baby. But it's really freaky because when they go in the room, she moves different rooms. Like if you put her on the bed and go out, and then you come back and she's like in the kitchen or in the wherever, and she keeps moving. And when she's in the rocket chair, she just rocks back and forwards when no one's looking at her. But when you come in, it stops. She stops, and it's really freaky. And then she draws with red marker on the ceiling saying give me her soul. So it's really proper freaky. And I've actually got some China dolls in real life, and after I watched them films, I'm like, oh my god, please dolls don't come to life and kill me. And every time I look at them dolls, I'm like, oh my god. I think I've got about 6. I think about 6, but I try not to look at them at night. But Annabelle is really good because it makes you tense, and then it made me jump a lot. Like the music, mostly the music makes me jump, but then when the doll comes close up to the doll, like I say, close up of her eyes, it's just so freaky, and you just like get in a little trance. But Annabelle is amazing. You should totally go and watch it. It's just, and if you watch it and you want to know more about Annabelle, like I said, type a name in Google and you will know the true story about Annabelle. The next horror film is basically a box set, and it's got 6 films, and it's called Saw. And it's just really gory, and it makes me all like tense, and it's so gory, but it's really good at the same time. And my favourite one is the first one and first and last one, and it is basically this guy called Jigsaw, and he goes around like making these games up for these people, and they have to try and survive. And he actually gives them a chance to survive, but it's really horrible attacks. Like in the first one, he had to cut his foot off, and then in the others, he's in this thing, and his arms keep twisting till they break, and his legs, and that just made me cringe so much. And yeah, he only does it to criminals now, bad people. He never does it to innocent people. So in a way, he's good because he's teaching them people a lesson. But it's really proper gory. But I like it because it makes you all tense. I don't like them films what bore you because nothing really happens, and it has a storyline. And I can't really go into too much detail because there's like 6 films. But it's just mostly I can't see like bones get broke. That just makes me like cringe so much. But it's a really good film. My uncle let me borrow it. I actually watched it a couple of days ago, like start to finish, and the last film is just amazing because the guy from the first film appears in the last film, and it's the guy what saws his leg off, and he appears in the last one, and it turns out he's actually working for Jigsaw, and he locks this guy in the room and says game over. I love when they do that in the film, game over, lock the door. But yeah, it's really cool, and I love it so much. Last but not least, this is my absolutely favourite film of, like, I don't know, just it's really good. It's called Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's about Freddy what goes around killing teenagers in their dreams, and he's just so funny, and he's got claws for hands, so all these hands are claws except for his thumb. And my mum loves him so much too. She used to have a poster of him on her door and have his hand, like ornament his hand. And if you haven't watched Nightmare on Elm Street, you should totally watch it. It's proper gory too, and it makes you scared, especially if you're a teenager, because you in your sleep, you know when you have dreams in your sleep, but in your dreams, like, and when you're about to die in your dreams, you wake up and you're fine. But in them dreams, if he kills you in them dreams, you're actually dead, like for good. You don't wake up, you're just dead. So it's really freaky, and the people next to the person who's dreaming, like, sees him get attacked, and his claw marks clawing their chests and stabbing them, and he gets his own back because the parents burn him alive in a building because when the kids were young and he was alive, he brought them in the cave and did bad things to him, so they got their own back on him and burnt him alive in this building. But then when he came back, he was even more worse, and he's called a Dream Master, and he goes around killing all their children from them parents who murdered him, basically, and he has fun killing them in in their dreams, and they never wake up. And when I first watched it, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go back to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep because I don't want to die in my dreams. But obviously I won't die in my dreams, but it just made me all scared. And now I really like it. It's amazing. I've watched it twice now, but my mum told me about it, and I've watched the old ones. So there's about, I think there's 6 of them, and then I've watched the newest one. But if you like that sort of thing, you should totally see it. It's just amazing film ever, and I'm glad I've watched it. And Freddie, I know the song. It's it's this: 1, 2, Freddie's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, cricket's a fix. 7, 8, better stay awake. 9, 10, never sleep again. I just memorized the song. It's amazing, and I don't know why I memorized it. I just love the song, and they have to sing that song so it doesn't kill them. But that's my last favourite horror film. So Bethany, thank you so much for giving me the ideas. And lastly, I want to say thank you to all the people who subscribed to me, because I woke up and now I've got like 32 subscribers, and I love you all so much, and you make me happy every day with every comment, every like, every subscribe. I just love you so much, and I hope you all have a good day, and I hope you like this video, like my vampire dress. Comment down if you like my vampire dress. I use this for a vampire party, not vampire party, Halloween party, so it still fits me luckily for the video. But yeah, I hope you like this video, and I love you all, and you just make me so happy, and thanks for subscribing to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.